Hi folks and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another exciting recipe and we are going to be making curry chicken pie using a short crust method. We are going to be making a filling that is very hard for anyone to resist. These pies are going to be flaky, loaded with flavor, and anyone can make them. We are starting off the recipe by making a very easy pie crust. To make our short pastry, I have a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, and this flour is frozen because I want to get the best results in the fastest time. Half teaspoon of brown sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt. I am adding 2 tablespoons of Crisco, which is optional. You can omit this and add butter to replace it. In this bowl I have a cup and a quarter of frozen grated butter. I grated this in the bowl and I placed it in the freezer for 1 hour. You can place it in the freezer for less time and it will work the same. I'm going to coat the butter in the flour. I'm just going to break everything up. It's very, very cold. And you just want to get some small little mints of butter in there. I have about ice cold water. And I'm adding about 4 tablespoons at a time. And from here we want to go ahead and squeeze everything together. So we are not gonna knead it, but we are gonna press and squeeze to get the desired results. Press and squeeze until you get a ball. From here you just want to press everything together. In the freezer for about 1 hour to 2 hours it goes. To make our chicken filling, I have 5 chicken drumsticks that I deboned, and it equal to about a cup and a half of boneless chicken. I'm adding a teaspoon of hot sauce that I have on my channel and you can check that out. 6 cloves of garlic. Just a small knob which would equal to a teaspoon of ginger. Half teaspoon of fresh thyme. 1 seasoning pepper. A small piece of onion, and this would equal to about a tablespoon once it has reduced. And I'm using 1 sprig of thyme. To this I am adding a teaspoon of curry powder. And I'm not adding any salt to this because once it has processed and I add the salt in the pot, it's going to take up salt very fast. I'm also not adding any shano because I don't have any. If you have shano then you want to add it. But I have shano in the hot sauce. So let's go back to the food processor and process this. And here you have it. If you have ground chicken store-bought, you can go ahead and use it and simply mince or chop your ingredients and add it to the chicken. So let's head over to our pot. Our pot is nice and hot, and let's add about 3 tablespoons of oil. Half teaspoon of turmeric. And we're adding 1 tablespoon of curry powder. And let's burn our curry. So we had it here for about 4 minutes, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of water. Once it comes up to a paste, we're going to add the chicken. And what I like to do is when the chicken starts to spring the juices, that's when I like to start adding flavors to this. We're adding 1 cup of water And I'm going to add half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of black pepper, half teaspoon of chili flakes, 3/4 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, and we're going to get it nicely mixed up. I like a nice saucy curry chicken pie. And at this point I'm going to taste for salt. I'm adding another half teaspoon of salt. Give it a good mix. And the ground chicken doesn't take a lot of time to cook. In no time the ground chicken is going to be cooked. I like to cover it over for a few minutes. It still has some nice liquid in it, and this is what I want. So I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I can leave it like this, have it reduce a little bit more so it holds, and have a nice extra chunky meaty pie, or I can just break it down a little bit more so it's not so chunky and I have more. And this is good. Give it one last mix and the consistency is perfect. I'm going to put this to a bowl and into the fridge for about an hour to an hour and a half and allow everything to firm up nicely. I like to give it a nice press and flatten it out while it's in the plastic wrap, because it rolls out much easier and faster. So this is our pastry that we made earlier on. Slight dust. Slight dust. And let's roll it out. This is not going to make a lot of pies, but if you want to make a lot of pies, you want to double your recipe. And this is thin enough. You can still see the butter in the pastry. I like to cut out some circles using a cookie cutter, because that way I will have the equal size of pies. With this I'm looking for an equal number, and we're going to roll the rest after. I'm adding a little bit of the filling in each pie. Give it a little press to spread the edges a little bit out. A little bit of egg wash, or you can use water. I'm going to cover this over. Once you have sealed the pies completely so that it does not leak while it's in the oven, you want to press with a fork to get a nice design and to seal everything overall. After this, you use the cookie cutter and you cut it equal sizes. You can use a pizza cutter for this, or a knife. Remove the edges, and you want to place this on a baking tray. Once they're on a baking tray, you want to use some egg wash and brush them lightly. And what I like to do is to add a little bit of parsley or some oregano into my eggs for aesthetic. Once this is done, you want to punch a hole so that it vents and it does not puff and burst open while it's in the oven. We're going to bake this for about 45 minutes at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or until golden brown. Once they are done, this is what they look like. And we have our curry chicken pies. Give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment in the comment section, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I encourage you at this time to watch some more of my recipe videos. Thank you for joining. See you in the next video.